All right, thank you so much. This is an IELTS speaking test, and welcome to the speaking test. This test will be conducted in three sessions, I should say. And in session one, let's talk about our basic things. Can I have your full name first of all?
Yes, sure. My full name is MD Rezwanur Rahman.
Okay, how can I call you?
You can call me by my nickname, which is Limon.
Limon. Okay, Limon. My name is Arifur Rahman Shamim, and I will be your examiner today. Okay. So, Limon, what do you do? Do you work or study?
Currently, I'm doing my work. I mean, I'm a job holder currently, and there was a time I was a student of graduation period, and I completed my graduation back to 2018.
Okay, so what was the subject you studied there?
I I had my graduation on computer science and engineering, and my university was IUBAT, International University of Business, Agriculture and Technology.
So, under this course, what are the subject you learned there?
Basically, all the subjects were related to computer science and engineering. There are a lot of programming language. There are a lot of things that related to hardware, networking, and other things. Except these things, there are a few other subjects related to business studies and other things.
All right. So, which part of, educational life do you think is most important? School, college, or university?
To be honest, I believe that each of them has their own importance. Like in school life, we learn how to behave with peoples because this is the very early stage of our life, and
Okay.
we learn a lot of things from our teachers and parents. In college life, we learn how to cope up with the very short time regarding education and other things. But the most important to me is the university life, because in that time we learn a lot of things out of our books and out of our box, because in that place we start learning that we are in a position where we have to compete with others people in terms of jobs, in terms of education and other things. So to me, it is very important of education life, which is university life.
University life. Okay, Limon. So, how do you think the education system in your country is being changed over the years?
What I have seen, that there was a time we only depended on the few things like books and on teachers, and we are about to learn the things from our teachers and our parents and books. But nowadays there are a lot of resources available to, if I say about a few things like internet, few devices, then there are a lot of extra curriculum books and other things where we can learn a lot of things that there was a time we could not learn. So it has been a great change in our country.
Okay, Limon. So, let's talk about book. Do you read books?
Yeah, I occasionally read books.
What type of books do you read?
So I do not have any preference of genre in terms of books, but I mean, I love to read a lot of books, and I do not have any preference that I should read only this kind of genre books. But I really love whatever I get in front of me.
So, who is your favorite writer?
I have one of them, and he is Humayun Ahmad sir.
Why do you like him?
Whenever I read his books, I found that his way of writing and expressing the sentences are very easy to understand, and that those sentences are very much relatable to our life. The storytelling, the characters are so much relatable to our daily life we see around us.
All right. Apart from Humayun Ahmed, do you have any other choice in case of writers?
I have few of them. One of them is Iqbal sir. So he's a writer, and I have read some few of them, few of the books of him, but I mostly read the books of Humayun sir.
Okay, that's great. So, do you think that readers should be personally attached to the writers?
Yes, in somewhat, because to understand his storytelling, to understand the way he wants to tell the story and to express the masses, he needs to understand, or any other person needs to understand about the writers, that why he is saying these masses in that way. But it is very tough to be so much connected with the writers. But if it is possible for anyone, he should.
All right, Limon, we are done with session one, I mean part one. Now in part two, you'll give you a cue card to make your speech. So here's the cue card and your pen and paper. Just a moment. So Limon, you have 1 minute time to prepare your speech. Okay, you can start. Okay, are you ready, Limon?
Yes.
Okay, so what is your topic?
My topic is that how I get rid of a problem when I was using the computer.
Computer. See, facing a situation in computer. Okay,
Yeah.
Limon, you can start your
Okay.
speech. You have 2 minutes time. You can describe.
Okay, so beside my professional job, I'm also a freelancer. I do a lot of freelancing work for international persons. So when I get back to my home, I jump into my laptop to complete those tasks that has been given by my freelancer. So as I go to a very late night after my regular work, so there was a time that I had to finish a job of my client, and there was not so much time to submit that task. So when I started working for that project, suddenly I found that my computer just got crashed, and at that really moment I did not have any option to go to somewhere else to have the solution for
Okay.
that crash. So it was really a problem for me, and I was thinking what I can do. And at that really moment I find that it is also a blessing to have a cloud computing system.
Okay.
So usually I save my all data in cloud computing. So well, I just somehow managed another device where I could do the things at that moment.
Okay.
And I just wanted to complete those things within that night. When I completed that particular problem, and I submitted that day work to my client, then I get back to my own laptop and I try to solve that with the resources that are available in internet, and I just followed those resources and I solved that issue.
All right. Are you done with your speech?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Let me collect these things from you. So, Limon, that was part two, and we are done with part two. Now we'll move into part three. I will be asking you some questions followed by your speech. So, Limon, how did you feel the moment when you solved the issues with your computer?
As I said, I felt very blessed because I could remember the first laptop I took. It was in 2009, and there was a lot of things. There was a lot of problems we used to get when we are using the laptop, but there are very limited solutions we had available in that times. Always we had to come to a person who knows things very well, and for that we have to reach a lot of distance from our home. But nowadays we have smartphones, we have different type of devices and internet connectivity. Using these things we can get the solution very well. There are a lot of solutions available on YouTube and in Google, so we can read those things, we can understand what we have to do, and if we just follow those things, we can get rid of the problems.
Okay, Limon. So, do you think that computer is taking place? I mean, on a large scale, its use is being increased.
Yeah, obviously, because if you see, whenever wherever you are going, you
Okay.
will see at least a smartphone or a laptop. Why so? Because Nowadays each of the business and school college are using software based things, and to operate those softwares they need to use a device, and that is laptop or maybe desktop. And if you go to a student's life, they need to have take classes on online, because there are some situation we had regarding corona time situation where students had to take the classes on online. So laptop is or desktop is like a daily gadget for each and every person nowadays.
So, do you believe that smartphone will take place or will replace the computer fully in one stage in the history of the world?
It has already taken the place in a larger scale. Why so? Because if I say, like, if I have a very mid-range of smartphone which has a good amount of RAM, ROM and other systems inside that smartphone, we can see that there are a lot of things we can do within a very short time without carrying a large device.
Okay.
And we are getting so much comfortness when we are using the smartphone. Why so? Because if we want to use the laptop, we have to carry that one with a bag, and we have to carry a adapter to charge that laptop, where else we can just carry the mobile phone within our pocket, and we can do all the things that are available in laptop if we have only internet connectivity.
Okay, so would the users of smartphones adjust to small screen? The users used to watch movies on wider screen. Do you think they would adjust to the smartphone screen? It's very smaller.
Yeah, it is a question that will they adjust. So if I give my preference, when few of the movies that I like so much, if I give some name like Mission Impossible, John Wick, these are the movies that we wait for so many years to come for the next season or next part. And we eventually, even if I say about my preference, I will not wait for to see these things into my mobile phone screen, because the color corrections, the actions, the other things, it cannot be enjoyed fully within the mobile screen. But yes, if you have to see something when you are traveling, when you are doing something and you do not have laptop, yes, we can use the mobile phone.
All right, Limon, I think we are done with the IELTS speaking test, and thank you so much. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you so much.